Good morning, everybody. Tuesday, August 24th already. Is that right? Yeah, August 24th. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely muggy out here. It's 7 a.m. already, and it's already hot. So this tells me today's going to be over 100 degrees easy. With the heat index and the humidity, it probably feel like 130. So yeah, it's going to be a scorcher. It's already hot out here at 7 a.m., so I know it's going to be 100 degrees way before noon. Hell, it might be 100 degrees at 10 o'clock. So yeah, how's everybody doing out there this Tuesday, August 24th, 2021? Yeah, I was just reading up on the Tennessee, the flooding. They had training storms. I kept on just going the same area over and over and over again for several hours, and there were over 17 inches of rain. Wow, I seen all the damage. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Well, they blame everything on global warming, so I don't know. Pollution, human beings, I don't know. They said that human beings are polluting the earth too, so I don't know. I mean, maybe it's our final days. I don't know. I mean, it talked about flooding and all that in this corona thing, this coronavirus deal, and I've seen a video on Facebook Live. The officials were talking about it, and people are commenting saying it's all fake. It won't happen to me. It's all fake. So there you go. And that's usually the younger generation saying that. That's like me saying 100 years now I'll still be alive. Yeah, because no one ever talks or thinks about death. It just happens. It's weird. It's in our minds that we're going to live to be 1 billion years old. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm out here with the dogs and I'm getting ate up already with mosquitoes. 7 a.m. and I'm getting ate up. They're eating my legs. Yeah. I think we're supposed to get some bad storms tomorrow, because I think tomorrow's really supposed to get hot. It's going to trigger off some bad thunderstorms tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon or whatever. We'll see. You know what I mean? We have flooding issues here. 91 pulse rate, 97 oxygen on top, and pulse rates jumping around in the 80s and 90s, 86. It just jumps all over the place. Tachycardia. 81, 87, 90, 89, 82, 92. That's 92, not 82. 90 pulse rate. See it jumping? 83, 82, 84, 85. This is called inappropriate sinus tachycardia. So a lot of people said sinus, think it's in your nose. Your heart has a sinus rhythm. They keep on doing EKGs. It says the sinus rhythm's normal. It just goes crazy sometimes, like this auto dysfunction of multiple sclerosis. So the cardiologist says it's a dysfunction of MS, multiple sclerosis. And my neurologist disagrees. But if you can Google it on the internet, tachycardia or sinus tachycardia, multiple sclerosis symptoms, it tells you right there from Mayo Clinic and a bunch of other clinics. It's on the internet. So that just tells you some of them doctors out there don't know. I went to urgent care Sunday morning because I had a bug flew in my ear, and they took it out. It was alive. It was spinning around in my ear, and it tore my ear up because it happened like 7 a.m. Sunday morning. They didn't open until 9, so I'm there basically 3 hours later because I had to wait. They were busy. And they got it out. They flushed it out, but they said there was like some ear. She said inside my ear, it was this ear actually, that she's seen some, had to give me antibiotic ear drops. She said it looked pretty rough in there from that fly or whatever it was flying around in my ear, kind of, spinning around, moving around trying to get out. She said, all I see is a bunch of earwax. We're going to flush it out. They flushed it out like 4 or 5 times and it came out. But now I can feel my ear being sore. So I've been taking the ear drops every 8 hours, 3 drops for 10 days. So Sunday, Monday, today would be the 3rd day. Usually it takes 3 or 4 days for that stuff to kick in. You don't just put it in and say, oh, it's over with. I wish it was that easy. A lot of people think you pop a pill, oh, it's all over with, it's done. You pop a pill and it solves it all. Nope. I'll tell people if that's the case, when people die, they pop a pill in their mouth and bring them back to life. You would not believe what people think about pills, because I guess they don't take them, so they don't know. Tell me they don't have side effects. I mean, look at these. Call the FDA up and tell them to give you all the complaints of these vaccines. They got hundreds of thousands of complaints about them vaccines. Get vaccinated, get vaccinated. Well, some people can't get vaccinated because they got an underlying condition. If you go to the hospital with some kind of adverse, serious side effects, they don't know how to treat it. They'll just sit there and say, oh, it's got to be anxiety. You're all right. That's how it is nowadays. The vaccines was rushed. They wanted to rush it to get the approval done so they can cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. They don't give a shit about you. All they care about that money. All that greed, corporate greed. Yeah. Just like that FICO garbage. I see all these videos on YouTube and increase your FICO score. That FICO score, when you get denied with an 850 credit score, they tell you the credit score has nothing to do with anything. Why rush to get your FICO score when it don't mean nothing? I got denied this house 4 times with an 830 credit score. 816, 830, 825, 820. Denied, denied, denied. And the application denial letter said you would not believe what they put on there. Like the people who, underwriters, like they need to get a education. Oh, it's all computer generated. Well, your computer needs updating. Quit using Windows 95. Yeah, they thought my car loan was a credit card. That's one of them. And it's almost paid off and they're bitching about it. Just for a few $1,000s. Then they said low credit card usage. My credit card usage is around 8-9%. Too low. Too low. I guess I need to rack my debt up. Then they said, oh, your credit card usage is too high. Then they said hard inquiries. Too many hard inquiries. Well, they're mortgage inquiries. There's only about the time there's really only 2. I mean, anything to deny you. And I think the banks ain't loaning money out right now. I've seen videos on there how they're just closing people's credit cards out for no reason at all. It happened to me. I didn't owe them any money, paid them off. I've been using them, but I paid them off, 0 balance. They just shut it out, closed them out for no reason. Then they try to tell me, oh, we got a message from TransUnion saying that you're risky. And I looked at my TransUnion credit report. It said my credit score was 816. No, I know people say this all the time. You must have a bankruptcy or a bunch of derogatories. If your credit score is 816, I'm going to say this again. If your credit score is in the 800, you don't have any derogatory items on there. Because they weigh your score down. If you don't believe me, max your credit cards out and just don't make payments. Let me know what happens to your score. It's going to go 500. Even 2 missed payments is over 100 points off your credit. People don't know. I mean, God, really? You got an 850 score, you must have bankruptcy on there. Okay, yeah, I got a bankruptcy. It's 200 points off your credit. Or 100, 150, depending how the age is. Yeah, people tell me all the time. You must have a bunch of collections on there if your score is 816 and you got denied. If you have a bunch of collections on there, your score sure in hell will not be 816. It's not a guaranteed approval. So this whole FICO garbage is trash. Like I said before, I gave up. I closed a bunch of my credit cards out. My score went bloop. I said, maybe I'll get approved now. My score is 600. Maybe the assholes will approve me now. Dumb, man. I think what it is all this greed shit. They want lower scores so they can charge you more interest. It's all the damn greed bull crap. And that really, I'm not going to get a house. You know what? Screw it. Because the way I've been doing some research, this whole housing market's going to pop, and then people will be like, you know, you pay $300,000 or $400,000 for that house, and it's only worth 70 now. You're going to be upside down on that loan. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Another market crash. It might sound good right now, but here down the road, it's going to be like a complete disaster. Yep. One reason why the housing market's going crazy because the government keeps on spending money like there's no tomorrow, and the inflation, like the dollar's only worth like maybe a nickel now, maybe a nickel. And that's why when you go to the store, you're like, damn. And they shrink the items. A lot of people don't know that. You go in the store and buy something, everything's shrunk. They don't know that. I bought a pack of Ritz crackers. I'm like, damn, that thing's a midget. And I looked at one of the house I had from a month ago, and I'm like, what the hell? They really went down on this. Same price. They didn't increase the prices. They just shrunk the packaging. And you get less. Instead of getting 10 packs of crackers, you get 6 for the same price you did for 10. That's what they're doing. They're shrinking everything. Yeah. They see down there peanut butter, shrinking. Toilet paper, paper towels, shrinking. Yeah. Even dish soap, shrinking. Body wash, shampoo. Used to get 22 ounces, now you're getting 16 or 17 ounces for the same price. People don't realize that. They go to the store and just start grabbing stuff, don't realize they're paying for something that's shrunk. Yeah, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better. If their government keeps on spending money like there's no tomorrow, it's going to be a complete disaster. And these credit card companies know that. They're going to start closing cards out for no reason. I'm talking about people with good credit, zero balances. They're just going to shut them out. You know, like my PayPal, MasterCard, Synchrony Bank just blamed it on the credit bureau. But I called the credit bureau up and said, we don't send messages. I said, I'm just telling you what they told me. I said, what's wrong with my credit report? I said, look at it and let me know if I'm risky. He said, oh no, you got 816 credit score, no derogatories, no lates. I don't know why they closed your card out. I said, they just sent me an email saying I'm risky. And I'm looking the credit bureau some months and months and months ago. 6 months ago, it was in the high 7s. Now it's in the 800s still, and they canceled my credit card. Yeah. I think TransUnion got issues because I have a credit freeze on there and my information on the dark web. My information's on the dark web in that Equifax data breach. And what happened is people was applying loans in my name, and they let the hard inquiries go through. Yes, they're hard inquiries. I called them up and said, do I have a credit freeze on there? Yes, you do. I said, why do these hard inquiries go through? And I tried to remove them, and they said, oh no, they're going to be on there for 26 months. And I'm like, fraudulent ones? They couldn't answer my question. See what it is, when them companies pull credit, they got to pay for it. And basically, if they get removed, they get a refund. That's why the credit bureaus won't remove them. They make money on negative items and hard inquiries, the pools. They pay. If you remove that, they have to give the company a refund, and that's why the greed's there, and they don't want to give them a refund. And plus, hard inquiries are negative marks. They kind of blow you off when you talk about that when you apply for something. They just don't want you applying for any kind of credit. That's why they do that. It's kind of stupid, isn't it? They got that greed there, but people don't want to apply for credit because it leaves a hard inquiry on there, and they'll deny you for one hard inquiry. You can get denied. I've seen it happen. I know people say, well, no. Yes, it is. It's trash. The whole system needs revamped. What do you think the Consumer Protection Finance Bureau is going to take over the credit bureaus? The credit bureau is going to go bye-bye. It's going to come from profiting to non-profit. They're going to get rid of the credit bureaus, which is time for an overhaul because they don't care about nobody. You know what I mean? They don't. And plus, when you call them, they're actually in another country and they won't tell you where they're from. They won't tell you where they're from. They'll say we're offshore. We're not allowed to tell you because of security reasons. So this tells you right there they're in a dangerous area and they're working from their house. And when you call them, you're giving them all your identity information. And they're in another country working from their house, getting paid $2 an hour. That's how greedy them companies are. Them credit bureaus, they're greed. $2 an hour, no taxes, no benefits. They work from their house. You call them up, I'm in India, Pakistan, wherever. Philippines, Nigeria, wherever they're from. And they can just be writing down your identity information. That's why you see all these data breaches all the time, because when you call customer service, your call goes to another country. Yep. When something happens in another country, basically the United States really can't do nothing about it. That's why you see all them data breaches every day. T-Mobile, AT&T, T-Mobile. Class action lawsuit. You're going to get a couple bucks in them lawsuits and you're going to wait 5 to 6 years to get it. Just like the Equifax data breach happened in 2017. These so-called professional objectors are delaying it just to make money on it. They're going to go back to the court and say, hey, we want a couple $1 million now because you've been dragging it out. Yeah, that's what this lawyer told me. He said they're called professional objectors, and they're the ones objecting to everything, even though everything's been approved. They drag it out just to get money on it. Yeah, I'm like, wow. He said they'll drag it out for another year or two. I'm like, wow. I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, whew. Professional objectors. Wow. Then they tell you to freeze all the credit reports. Well, they say to freeze the main 3. Well, the main 3, there's more than just the main 3. Like I said before, get on the Consumer Protection Finance Bureau website and find all them small companies on there and freeze them too. LexisNexis, SafeStream, Clarity Services, check systems, early warnings. They can get checking accounts in your name, bank accounts in your name. It's not just credit. You need to call the IRS and set up a PIN number. When you file taxes, you have to put a PIN number on there. If not, they won't process it. That's why these identity thieves can't process tax returns in your name. There's a lot more just in credit. A lot of people think, oh, just get credit in your name. They get an ID in your name. And 99% of Americans, all the information is on the dark web anyway, where people can buy your identity. Yeah, they sure can. Equifax left a hole in their database for 65 days, and the hackers were stealing everybody's information for 65 days before Equifax knew about it. And Equifax pays lobbyists in Congress hundreds of thousands of dollars to say to ease regulations on data breaches. We don't be held accountable. So, and Equifax gave these lenders and banks and companies money because of data breach. They got paid and the lawyers got paid, but the people who got affected didn't get paid nothing yet. What's that tell you? They don't care about their consumers. Yeah. Like Dave Ramsey said, everybody's going to get $3. Yeah. The lawyers got millions while you get $3. So there you go. But yeah, you guys have a lovely day out there. I'm going to hop off here, hit that like and subscribe button. Got any comments? Comment down below. Thank you so much for watching.